Hello everybody, how goes it? My name is George Connelly and welcome back to Season 2 of the George Connelly Podcast. Now I did take a pretty long break from the podcast. I meant for it to be only 1 or 2 weeks, but I ended up doing 3 weeks because I had baseball started and I had schoolwork and all that jazz. But I'm coming back in a big way. This should be a pretty lengthy podcast, not as long as the 35-minute one I did with Jared, but Jared won't be on this podcast. April Fools, Jared's right here. Hi, Jared.
Woo!
Yeah.
What's up?
Got you.
George Connelly subscribers.
Got you.
I hope you realize they won't be watching this on April Fool's Day.
They might be. I might be able to get it out.
Oh.
Most likely not, though.
Don't the podcasts usually come out on Friday?
Today is Friday, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's April Fool's.
I was just making sure.
But I mean, we're recording this at 7:14, so it's probably gonna.
It'll be a late night video.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Getting home from the party, sipping some Diet Coke, watching the George Connelly podcast.
Like always.
Sounds like my kind of night.
All right. So as you know, Jared and I have been making videos for quite some time, and I went on to this account full time in early January, and since then I've been pushing for Jared to start his own YouTube channel, and he finally gave in. So Jared, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what's been going on in your content creation career?
My content creation career.
Alliteration
time. Okay. If you listened to the previous podcast, you know a little bit about my personal history. If not, you should go and give that a quick listen. But you know, I did my own personal channel like way back, and then me and George made a channel, and so I poured all my creative efforts into there, and that lasted for quite some time, which was good. But then, I'd say about 8th grade, second half of the year.
So 2 years ago.
2 years ago, we kind of dropped off with the video making. I personally dropped up with the video making. I would post a video here and there for my own personal reasons, either on the Bees Films or my personal channel. But on the scale of regular video making, that kind of stopped. And I resumed a little bit when me and George attempted to make a gaming channel over the summer, which was
fun.
It was fun while it lasted, but we
Short-lived.
didn't care to put in all the effort, and you know, stuff when school actually started. But I got a glimpse of, you know, what full-time video editing was like again, and that's a lot of fun because video editing is one of my favorite things in the world to do. Stay up late editing the videos, which is just a ton of fun. And so with George's push and several new sources of inspiration, I've decided to make a new YouTube channel once again. So now we're all caught up.
You know, I find it weird how both of us enjoy editing and so few people enjoy it. Like, editing is one of my favorite parts, except unless you're editing like a very tedious film, which is exactly what Quiz Yourself was.
Yep.
But I mean, the film that Jared's uploading a film right now. By the time you see this podcast, it will be up on his channel, which is Jared Jagler Movies. Jagler is spelled Jaggeler.
Well, there's no need for that. It'll be in the description.
It will be in the description anyway.
Yeah.
But you spent a lot of time editing this, and it shows. It's a very good video. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's not similar to my content, but I feel like you guys, if Jared posted the same content as I did, it wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find my own niche in this YouTube space that I'm trying to carve out for myself, but it's going to be hard work, and that's something I've been lacking in terms of YouTube recently. One thing I forgot to mention for my video content creating, I have picked up Vine just a little bit. I'd post a Vine like an average of once a week, but really it's like 2 or 3 Vines every 2 or 3 weeks. And so I'm on that sometimes, and I put some work into that, but not a ton.
And you're
Alright,
I think we're back. Okay, the podcast just stopped.
Just had a minor scare there.
Very scared.
But
talking about Vine.
Yeah, we're talking about Vine. It's only 6 seconds, and so I feel like I'm cheating myself from an enriching like content creating experience. So I'm gonna start trying to do YouTube again, but it's a lot of tough work. I'll try and pick it up more during the summer because during the school year it's tough. But you know, we'll see where it leads. I gotta push myself.
It'll definitely be good to see you. Obviously you have 2 subscribers right now, so
they're all myself.
Yeah, if you can build yourself a subscriber base of, I don't know, 5, 10, you'll obviously get more. But if you have that base by summer, it'll provide inspiration for you to keep.
Yeah, I'm
posting.
gonna push it within my own personal social media networks, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever.
Yeah.
Try and get like maybe 15 off the bat, but I don't know. We're gonna see how getting outside people works out.
Yeah, absolutely. I brought my Vine people from YouTube, but I only got like 40 people. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, when they have a personal YouTube channel and they're making videos, they're afraid to show it to their friends and their family. But I think that if you have a fear of showing your content to other people, then that's not content you want to be making, because you need to be proud of your content. And I show it to my family, I show it to my friends all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
But you post that like family videos in the style of like Matthew Santoro, educational, family friendly, no
Absolutely,
cussing,
yeah.
you know.
yeah, I never cuss, and I hope you don't cuss in this podcast, because my channel stays clean. Stop! Oh, now I'm gonna have to find a way to bleep that out.
No, you won't.
I don't even know how to do that. Alright, so, now we're gonna go on to 5 rapid-fire questions. Occasionally, I will answer questions, but I want Jared to do them. I have not told him any of these questions, and some of them are actually kind of hard. So here we go. First question. You're ordering a sandwich. What's on it?
That's pretty easy.
I said some of them were hard. This one may not be the hard one.
Okay, we're gonna get the maximum size of sandwich. White bread, like, not toasted, but if the bread is like, a firm Italian, maybe we're gonna toast it. We're gonna have turkey. We're gonna have pepperoni, depending on the place. We're gonna have American cheese, maybe provolone, if I'm feeling a little dicey. We're gonna have lettuce, tomato. I've only recently started putting tomato on my sandwiches. I'm a little iffy on it. We're also gonna have pickles, jalapenos, maybe banana peppers. We're gonna have yellow mustard, mayonnaise. That's my sandwich.
Yellow mustard as compared to which other colored mustard?
Honey mustard, George.
But
Come
that's still
on,
yellow.
They're spicy brown mustard.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, man.
Next question. You can have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive of all time. Who are you choosing?
Abe Lincoln,
What?
John Green, and
Not Hank?
No.
I like Hank.
And Adolf Hitler.
Why?
Because I feel like it would be a very enriching experience to talk with Adolf Hitler. Not that I like Hitler, but just to talk to him would be, that would be something.
I mean, I guess I was expecting something totally different out of your mouth, but here's a hard one. Favorite color?
Green.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Number 4. What is the best quality possible in a human being?
Oh, that is a tough one. I'd say probably compassion. Like it's like you say it and you think, "Oh, I have compassion," but like true compassion is, something very few people have.
Interesting. And lastly, you're on your deathbed. What are your last words?
The gold is buried.
Oh, one of the trolls.
Yeah,
one of the trolls. So there are your 5 rapid fire questions. We're about 8.5 minutes into this. So now, we always talk about YouTube because we like to consider ourselves pretty knowledgeable in the field of YouTube.
Very knowledgeable.
So basically, I've listed 4 YouTubers who basically everyone knows. But Jared, you might not watch a couple of these people, but we are going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 100. So I have my 4 YouTubers here. We're not just gonna say the name and rate them. We're gonna talk about why we rated them that specific grade. Are you ready?
I believe so.
All right, here we go. The first one is one we've been talking about recently, and that is Nikihiga.
Solid 92 out of
Whoa!
89 out of 100.
89 out of 100. Tell us a little bit why you feel that way.
Nikihiga was one of the first YouTubers I ever actually really subscribed to and looked forward to his videos. That was a long time ago, but literally since the inception of his channel, he has been producing quality videos, at least 2 a month, without fail, every year of his YouTube life. he used to have the #1 amount of subscribers on YouTube. Not a lot of people know that, but he was #1 for a good year and a
Yeah,
half,
he
2
was up
years.
there for a while.
And so I really feel like out of anybody on YouTube, he deserves it the most.
I would agree
He's
with
not
that.
my favorite YouTuber anymore, but that's only because I've kind of outgrown his content a little bit. Not totally, but he is very family-friendly content. He doesn't swear a lot. It's not like, a 7-year-old will like watch his videos and understand it all the time. But even still, like no like clickbaity thumbnails, no like sexual content.
Yeah,
It's all like good quality humor, fun humor, and it's such high quality. Like
absolutely.
um, his old videos were very funny, and his new ones are very clever. And so it's just he's consistent and one of the top ones out there,
I'm
if
not
not the top.
I'm not sure if he writes his content or if his group collectively writes the stuff he does, but it's clever. It's witty. He has all this stuff that's combined into it, and that leads me to give him the grade of 94.
Wow.
Because he's one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm just not attached to him as I'm attached to someone who has a schedule and posts regularly. A schedule is important, and I'm not saying like he can post daily because there's almost no physically possible way with the production he puts into his stuff to do that.
Yeah.
But if he posts like every Saturday or something like that, I mean, I think he'd see growth. Obviously, like growth isn't his primary thing, his primary concept on his channel. But you're right. He's just every video you see from him, it's something that's quality, and he has a great team that he's put together of just friends who film, edit, do all this stuff, and it's quality content that's incredibly engaging.
I agree.
So now we're going to go on to the second YouTuber, who is a YouTuber who I thought of. I haven't watched his content in maybe 2 years, and I'm assuming you haven't either. I'm not sure why I chose him, but I thought we'd talk a little bit about Tobuscus, because I think what's been happening recently is interesting in regards to how his main channel is unfolding, so you can start.
Alright, my grade is a 75. Alright, I have been watching Tobuscus videos. He was one of my favorite YouTubers like 3 years ago. He had his peak like right when Annoying Orange was popular. He had his literal trailers. His gaming channel was like #2 on the spectrum of gaming channels. It was always PewDiePie versus Toby Games, but that's not the case anymore. His gaming videos have gone way downhill. I'll watch one once in a while, but not to get sidetracked. His Tobuscus videos are still pretty clever, but they're not as consistent. He's had quite a few curveballs thrown his way, and he hasn't really dealt with them in the best way.
What do you mean by curveballs?
Like his house burned down. His gaming setup was always pretty messed up. He
broke up with his girlfriend.
Yeah, and I remember peak popularity when like GTA 5 first came out. That series was going. Those were getting hundreds of thousands of views every video, like consistent. But then one day, stopped uploading gaming videos, stopped uploading Tobuscus videos, and after that, he never recovered. His Tobuscus videos will only get like 500,000 views, if that, and his gaming videos get 50,000 views. And so I feel bad for him because he's a funny guy, but YouTube has moved on, unfortunately.
I feel like there are a ton of creators who hit their peak, whether it's growing up to a peak or being viral. And obviously viral is a lot harder to maintain that peak.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see a guy like Tobias, I was about to say Tobias, Tobuscus, who's slowly growing up, and then he hits that point, and then they just lay stagnant and just go downhill, it's hard to watch because they have this audience, and it's just about finding a way to capitalize upon it. I'm going to bring up the example of Sarah Dietschy, who I'm not sure you've heard of, but she's very new. She was this kind of an indie film producer, sort of like the short films, all that stuff, and she posted a video called "How to Casey Neistat a Vlog," where she just and it went viral, 700,000 views. She got handed like I think 90,000 subs in about a month.
Wow.
And what she did was she started up a new series immediately called Creative Spaces TV. And that's kind of propelled her. She's slowly growing, but she was handed this massive audience. And if she kind of just stood back and said, wow, this is really cool, that audience is just going to leave. And that opportunity she was given, which so few people are given, would have left her. But she she put out a new series. She got on a 2 or 3 videos a week schedule, and she's just been doing very well from that. And I feel like Tobuscus was given that opportunity, and he did capitalize upon it for a while, but I don't think he could have maintained that, and obviously he did not.
Like, a part of his downfall was, I don't know if you remember, it was a long time ago. He kick-started, or he did an Indiegogo campaign for his mobile game, and the development was delayed significantly, and that was part of the reason why he stopped making videos. And by the time the game came out, his audience had, like, significantly dissipated, and I feel bad, because he had his own, he's going to have his own YouTube Red Show, he's going to have his own book, I mean, he has this mobile game, but they're not going to do that well, because his audience has, like, they've moved on to bigger and better things. Not bigger and better, but, you know, they've moved on.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough to watch because, like, on the Toby Games videos, they'll, like, only, like, the loyal Tobuscus fans will comment. They're like, man, this channel's dead, and Toby Games is dead. And it's tough to watch because Toby Games is, like, I mean, Tobuscus is, like, he was one of the original YouTubers, man. It's tough.
And he was an elite. He was elite.
Very elite.
So that... We're going to go on to our next YouTuber, who is someone that I never really watched consistently, and I don't plan on ever doing so, and I'm assuming you have never watched her before. Well, you've watched her before, everyone's seen her videos, but I feel like she has a very specific audience. We're going to talk about Jenna Marbles, and, oh, that wasn't a good reaction.
I mean, okay, do you want me to give my rating?
Yeah, sure. Give us the opinion.
70 out of 100, or 65 out of 100.
Whoa! 5 points.
I have no reason to dislike Jenna Marbles. I've seen some of her videos. They weren't like I was like, oh my god, this is trash. But like it's like you know, wow, guys go to sleep or guys shower different than girls shower. It's not for everyone. It's not for me. She used to be one of the most popular YouTubers out there. She's not anymore. But I don't know. I don't really have that many opinions on it.
I feel like the difference between Tobuscus and Jenna Marbles in regards to Nigahiga, I mean, all 3 are original YouTubers.
Yes. 2
of them have fell terribly, and one of them has not only stayed elite, but I'd say gone up.
Well, yeah, it's undoubted. Like, Nigahiga, it's not that, like, he has seen massive subscriber growth. Like, when he, like, I don't know, he probably had 8 million subscribers when he was at the top of YouTube, and he's at, like, 17 or 20 million or something right now, which is still, like, unprecedented, but he's not PewDiePie, but that's not bad.
His content is way better than PewDiePie.
He still has a giant house in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's, like, out on the side of the road.
He shares that house with, like, all of his buddies. I bet that's a lot of fun.
Dream life, man.
Absolutely. I didn't really expect much of a conversation from Jenna Marbles because, I mean, I don't watch her. I do watch the vlogs of her boyfriend, Julian Solomita.
Are they still together?
Yeah, they're still together. I like Julian a lot. He doesn't have much of a personality, but he's a good videographer, and that's the reason I watch his videos because he's a very good editor, time lapses, etc. I listen to their podcast, the Jenna Julian podcast, which is on YouTube. A lot of their podcasts I don't listen to because there are a lot of, like, you know, Jenna's, like, girls sure are different than boys.
Yeah.
Like Jack's film said. But lastly, we're going to talk about the man who has changed vlogging on YouTube forever, I would say.
Yep.
And is one of the fastest growing YouTubers that YouTube has seen in a while. And that's Casey Neistat, who's been a form of inspiration for me. I'm assuming for you to some extent.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people's opinion on him is they don't know much about him, and he's an odd dude. So when, you know, you kind of shy away from him, but the first video you watch of the guy, you're hooked. Like, I remember I was watching Jesse from Prank vs. Prank. I don't watch pranks because I really don't like pranks.
Neither do I.
But I watched one of their vlogs, and he was making the snowboard video with Casey.
Yep.
And I'm like, who's this guy Casey? I clicked on one of his videos, and I watched it, and I was hooked. I saw him before, but I thought he was a gamer. I don't know why. I thought he was like one of the Jacksepticeye guys, but anyway, I watched him, and I got hooked. I've been hooked since the snowboard video. And then I told him to you, and the first time you were like, yeah, whatever. And then you watched one of his videos.
I like seriously doubted that his videos were as good as George said he was, but like you said, first video, I was hooked. Like, he is kind of a weird dude with his haircut, and he looks a lot older than he is. But, like, man, I give him solid 97 out of 100.
He's just absolutely uncanny what he's been
The
doing.
effect he's had on YouTube, like George said, I don't know if he said it on the podcast, I forgot, but he's changed vlogging forever.
Absolutely.
Changed the face of YouTube filmmaking. For, like, definitely forever. Like, I'm starting this YouTube channel, 73% of Casey because of Casey Neistat. Like,
yeah,
inspiration for so many people.
I started my YouTube channel, or started posting consistently a couple weeks before I saw Casey's videos. But when I saw them, I wanted to have the effect on my viewers that he did, which for me right now I'm incapable of doing. One, because I don't have anything close to the life he has, which is, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm not saying like, man, I wish I had Casey's life, because I like my life and I'm happy that I have it. I'm saying that, you know, if a student like me did a daily vlog, that would be so boring for my viewers.
Hey,
because,
chemistry.
Yeah.
Woo!
He's going around and, you know, he's boosted boarding all over the city. He's meeting up with his YouTube friends. He has an app. He has a family. He has all this cool stuff. I mean, I'm at school for 8 hours a day. I play baseball until 5 o'clock, and then I go home and do my homework. Like, there's nothing I can daily do, and I don't have anywhere near the audio and visual quality that he has. But I am working on that. So,
well, like you said, it's like not having the equipment is no excuse not to make a film.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I still make films. It just annoys me terribly that they're in 480p.
Yeah, that's not good.
The audio on the Fujifilm, you have one too. I like the audio. I don't mind it at all.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad for the external audio on a camera. But I'm gonna give him a 96. Is that what you give him? 97?
I give him a 97.
Oh well, Casey, Jared likes you better. So that is basically it. A lot of YouTube talk, because it's so fun to talk about. It's interesting.
It's fascinating.
It's changing.
It's such a big part of my life.
Absolutely. And I mean, even when you're not posting videos, being consumed in the culture. I mean, even when I started posting videos, I wasn't watching videos, but now that I'm posting and watching videos daily, I mean, I don't watch TV. I've never really been into TV unless I was watching The Office. But I mean, YouTube is essentially TV, just shorter episodes, especially the vloggers I watch. And I mean,
no, I disagree. I don't think, especially like it used to be, it wasn't like TV at all. It's getting slowly more like TV.
Sadly.
Well, no. Casey Neistat videos are more TV quality.
If you're talking about quality, yeah,
they're
I agree
slowly
with that.
going more towards TV.
Yeah.
Cinematically wise, I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah. But
that's what makes the platform so popular and unique. Because you don't have Markiplier yelling at the camera for 12 minutes about a gaming video on national TV, even though that's arguably more popular than most shows these days.
And you can tell that's where all the money is going to. You know, when YouTubers started out, YouTube wasn't a job. There were no advertisers. Now you see these big companies getting involved. You know, you have have you seen the anti-smoking chains that they're doing with all the YouTubers and Viners?
I have not.
Well, that's coming out. I think like Sour Patch Kids Jolly Ranchers is teaming up with a bunch of YouTubers to make like a 30-minute film about Jolly Ranchers. The big companies are putting their money into these people.
Yeah. I mean, early investors into YouTube, like, I need to think, like Disney, Audible.
Audible.com has been there since the beginning.
Yeah. Other companies, I can't think of them off the top of my head.
MeUndies.
No. MeUndies is a sponsor of Bill Burr. I was telling you about that earlier.
Yeah.
MeUndies. But I digress. Yeah, I mean, those companies that got into YouTube early saw profits. Disney made Maker Studios, like other companies found either advertising deals with small YouTubers, signed on big YouTubers, you know, everywhere in what's the expression? Here and far between or something. Sorry.
I don't know it either.
But, I mean, you're going to see mainstream media and big companies flock to YouTube even more so than you have previously. And you know what you're also going to see is, like, political presidential campaign ads on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTubers see a spike in their profits during election season, especially this year. And people know, like, candidates advertise on Snapchat now.
Yeah.
And
just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Hey, I'm chilling in Cedar Rapids. But, I mean, you're gonna see the mainstream mediaization of YouTube.
And I mean, you look at the trending tab on YouTube, you almost always see a Donald Trump speech, a Bernie Sanders rally. All that
Yeah.
stuff it's potent on YouTube right
And
now.
one of the first places you saw it was in late night, like Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Some of those videos get millions of views, and like
The carpool karaoke's have
oh,
been
those
going huge,
blow up, man.
Huge videos, man. No matter who's on, like J-Lo was on, and within a couple days, at 11 million views, I think.
Oh,
That's
the one
crazy.
with the one with Adele has like 56 million views.
That was because that was one of the earlier ones.
Awesome
that he did.
video too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like it's happening, man.
It is, and we are 25 minutes into this. Just on a personal note from me to my viewers, forget about Jared for a little bit. I just wanted to say, I don't think I formally announced this, but Quiz Yourself is no longer, as you've probably noticed by now. If you follow the discussion tab on my channel, you can probably know where my channel's headed. Again, I've only been at the regular posting for 3 months now. I'm still figuring out. I like this podcast. I like having it every Friday, and I like having it consistently out there. But right now, you gotta bear with me because I'm gonna do a lot of experimentation over the next few Mondays, which is when I post my normal video. That's where the Bigfoot video came from. That's where the car ride video came from. I'm gonna experiment, see what you guys like, because no one comments on my videos.
Nope.
No one comments on my videos. So I need your feedback. And I know by saying that, I'm probably not gonna get any because I always ask for it and I never get it.
Nope.
So I'm gonna have to wait for the audience to build up even more. But I thank you guys for bearing with me. This summer, the videos, both the quality and the frequency of them, will most likely go up as I gain more time. Jared, I'm going to leave you with anything you want to talk about in regards to your
Well,
socials.
before we leave, we forgot to order the pizza.
Oh yeah, we're going to order a pizza, guys.
So do we want Domino's or Pizzonis?
Domino's.
Alright, I'll look up the phone number. Domino's. Riverside.
We're gonna have it delivered, right?
Yes.
I brought $10.
I brought all of my money because I'm at home.
I'm not.
I know.
Jared.
Okay, 401-433-0200 is their phone number. I need to find their menu. We want to order chicken? Again?
Sure. Man, I bet these podcast listeners are riveted. If you don't want to hear us ordering
Wait,
pizza
before we
and
order the
chicken-
pizza, I'm going to plug my social media. My YouTube, new YouTube, it'll be descripted below, hopefully. It's Jared Jagler Movies. First video is up. My Vine is Jared Jagler. Instagram, if you want to do that, is Jared Jagler. Snapchat, at Jared Jagler. Twitter, at Jared0317. Oh, ho, ho. Change of plans. You don't need to follow my Tumblr. That's it.
Alright, and I'm going to leave you guys here. As always, subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you don't need a link to.